Kia ora whānau, and welcome to another episode of Get a Job and Get Healthy with Costas Enterprises. I am your host, Alex Costas, as always, and today we're going to talk about something which I think, if you're a Kiwi listening, and even if you're not in Kiwi, you may want to think about signing up. Let's get through all the stuff first. So, as always, you can contact me via my email, doncostas@gmail.com. It's DON for Nike, COSTAS @gmail.com. I am driving. It probably is a little bit noisier than it is normally today, because of the simple fact that I am using a rental car today. My other car is in the shop, unfortunately. I am unable to use my other car, but I wanted to put this out just because I think it's something that's really, really helpful and people really need to know about it. You can find me on my website, www.costasenterprises.business.blog. You can also find me at The Kiwi Don on both Twitter and Instagram. You can find my other business with my partner, Onion Garden, at oniongarden.com. At oniongarden_candles on Instagram, and you can go to our website, www.oniongarden.com. That's A-N for Nike, Y-E-N for Nike, garden as in the car, garden.com. So, what am I talking about? Okay, so Askable. And you're like, Alex, what is Askables? Well, Askables is kind of like a survey group. The thing is, they pay you very quickly. They pay you via PayPal. So, first off, if you do get PayPal, then this is a great opportunity for you. If you live in New Zealand, you can use the Askables systems, and they pay varying amounts. So, I have been lucky enough to I've been doing this since October, and since October I have made roughly $210 through the Askable system, and that is on about 7 different surveys. Some are online surveys taking anywhere from between 15 to 5 minutes. Some of them are in person. Some of them are via video chat, and each one basically just wants to get your opinion about how you use a certain product, or what's your thoughts on a certain thing. I was lucky enough to do one with a service that I use quite often, so I felt really, really privileged to be able to have a chance to put my inputs, but also say thank you for using the service to the people that are running it, which was really, really cool. I have done one for banks. I have done one for New Zealand government, other departments than what I work in. So yeah, it's what is it? So it's basically you go into the askables.co.nz, and there's probably an Askables edition of for America as well, I would say. You sign up, you give them your PayPal. You do have to fill in some details about who you are and what kind of person you are, and then you can be invited to join some of these surveys. Now, when you do the surveys, they will make you do like a pre-selection first, and you're not automatically guaranteed to get clicked, okay? They will say, hey, look, you meet the criteria, we'll contact you now, this is what you need. And they're quite upfront from the start. They'll be like, look, this is an in-person session. You're covering, and you'll get a broad overview of what it is that you're going to be doing. You may not know what company you're doing it for until you turn up to there. The main thing I would say is, no matter what you pick, be honest. Be open, be honest. They value your feedback, but they want you to have honest feedback. So go in there with the mindset of how would you use this if you were trying to use it yourself. Payments range from $5 to $45. At the moment, they've got one on there for $500, but it's quite an extensive, it's like a 30-day sort of commitment, which for what I'm doing, I'm not going to be able to do that, so I won't be able to commit to it. But there's all sorts of things that are available to you, and they're looking for all sorts of people, all ranges of life. Most of these are over 18, so if you are under the age of 18, you won't qualify, and you will have to sort of send in your driver's license and all that sort of stuff as well, verify your identity, as well as your your PayPal. And yeah, they pay you directly, and of course with PayPal, once you reach a certain level, you can take that money out and use it as money, or you can even pay for things with the money as well, which is quite handy. I just recently did one for $60. I had to go into a location and do what I needed to. It was very, very well done and very, very interesting. Before that, I'd done a couple of video ones, and I'd also done a couple of surveys online. Some of them I accessed through my phone. Now, some of them you do need a computer or a laptop or a device with a video camera and a microphone. They will record your screen at times, and they will also record your at times, if you do have a video podcast, they will record your entire thing from when you sign up to when you've from when you've signed into the session to when you exit the session. So your screen will be recorded. If you're okay with being on camera and them retaining your information, it's free money. It's free money. Like, we're not even talking like little pittance. Some of these other research companies, they give you very, very little, and we are talking very, very little, like $3, $4 if you're lucky. These guys give considerable amounts, and it's paid. The longest I've had to wait for a payment has been about maybe 2 hours into my PayPal. But once they get it, you go in, you confirm, you attended the session, then it's automatically dealt with. You get a text or an email saying, hey, payments has been made. It'll be in your account within 48 hours. So there is the usual PayPal. You might have to wait 48 hours for the money to go through. If you do it on a Friday, you may not get the money until Monday, for example, like some banks. But honestly, that's like, for the money that you're getting, like some online tasks are like 5 minutes. You get $15 for 5 minutes. That's cheaper than some people get over in America for minimum wage. It's like, there's some really, really good advantages to this, and it's free to sign up. You don't have to sign anything. You don't have to do anything like that. It's one of those sorts of situations. So if you are, in your side hustle, you've got a PayPal, you're prepared to fill in some research stuff and help people out, then you know what? Do it. Why not? I don't have any referral codes or anything like that. I did reach out to Askables and said, do you want me to do a podcast episode on this? Never heard from them, so this is not sponsored by them or anything. This is just my own personal opinion. Every time I've dealt with someone from Askables, it's been fantastic. Oh, pardon me. So I would strongly suggest, if you are, even if you're just curious, go on there, jump on there, have a look at what opportunities are available. Now, as I said, at the moment for me it's askables.co.nz, but that's not saying that you can't go on Askables just on Google and see what it is that it is. And it is Askables, as an Askable, like Askables. And yeah, sign up, have a look, see if you meet the criteria. I mean, at the end of the day, even if you only do one survey and you get $5, it's $5 for doing 2 minutes work. It's, and some of these, like, the one where I had to go in and pay, and they paid me $65. It was an hour's work for $65. I don't get paid that at my normal job. You know, even if you factored in the petrol itself, that's still a good deal. So, yeah, it's about, like, thinking outside the box and going, okay, cool, what do I want to do? Maybe I want to throw this in there, and I might get paid for it. So, yeah, just don't be discredited and do it. Like, it's, especially if you're in New Zealand. If you're in New Zealand, you're between 18 and 80, 18 and 90. Why not? Why not? Free money is free money. And, you know, they ideally are going to change their products based on feedback that you and others provide. Now, if you're one of these people that doesn't like your information being out there, don't do it. Sweet as. Up to you. But for me, I put myself out there with this podcast, so why not have my opinions on stuff that I enjoy? And, you know, I don't know if we get feedback or they get feedback on the kind of person that you are by what you present and what you provide, but I've had a few opportunities pop up and been selected for, so maybe there's a rating system where they go, hey, thank you, and I appreciate it. Like, you know, I think my value by me doing it, I feel like my opinion is being heard, and, you know, they do take serious consideration of what it is that you're saying. Like, you know, another one I did was for a bank, and it was for a redesign of their business section. And I was like, look, this looks good, this looks shit, this looks good, this looks shit. Why I think this looks good, why I think this looks shit, you know, and it's you explain it to them, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And it just helps them better understand who their customers are, who is likely to be using this in the future. Now, they may not use your information, they may use your information, it doesn't really matter. The main thing is there are no issues with you signing up for free and getting free money for a couple of your opinions. And given that it's, you know, more money than you're probably going to get per hour for some of these, and all you got to do is take an hour out of your time and talk to someone for, you know, $45, $60. I mean, to me, it just makes sense. Like, that extra $60, you know, that's petrol for a couple of weeks. So it's completely up to you. If you're one of these people that doesn't like that sort of thing, you're very private. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that's not going to be you. You're not going to put your name forward for it. But for me, like, it just makes, you know, you opt into the opportunities you want to do. If you see that there's one there dealing with e-visas, electronic vehicles, and you don't own an electronic vehicle, then, you know, you don't sign up to that. It's completely up to you, but an easy way to make money, an easy way to get an extra few bucks. Now, we're not talking, you're not going to make a career out of this. You're not going to make this a side hustle. This is just an extra little bump up of money for you, provided you have a PayPal account. At the moment, if you are in New Zealand, like, I don't know, to me it just makes sense. Just makes sense. Yeah, I just thought I wanted to get that out to you guys and just say, hey, look, there's money to be made, and, you know, you may be lucky. You may get one of these ones where you get, like, you know, there might be something relevant to you, and you've got 3 potential ones just sitting there, and there's, like, you know, close to $200 just for your opinions. Like, there are no right or wrong answers. They're not going to be like, oh, you're wrong for the category. Like, it's completely up to you. It is your opinion. So at the end of the day, use your opinion, you know. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, everything else is going well in life as far as it can. Hoping everyone is doing well. It's been some pretty disastrous weather over here in New Zealand. Luckily, we were one of the ones that weren't too affected, but some of the other parts of New Zealand have been affected pretty badly. So I wish, if you are out in that area, I do want to wish you all the best, and may you all, be safe and get home safe and stuff. Making sure that your areas are safe. Like, there's been a lot of flooding, there's been an earthquake, there's been all sorts of horrible things that have happened. So I wish everyone the best, and please make sure you guys are keeping safe. Even if you're not in New Zealand, if you're in America, or if you're in Britain, anywhere, be safe. Just take your time, do what you need to. Make sure you got your grab bags just in case, check all the water supplies. Now's an important time to take the time and go, hey, look, what am I doing? What's my emergency supplies? Have I got emergency supplies? Do I have an emergency area where I can go if I need to? All that sort of stuff. You guys need to make sure you're doing it, and make sure everything is okay at home. This will be a short podcast. As always, I love you guys, and good luck. Till next week. Hopefully. Alright. See you guys.